Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas, Fight Up TV, standing here with Tyron Woodley at the Reign Training Center. And looking at the last fight you had against Jake Shields, it was a split decision. Though it didn't go your way, it serves as a learning process.
Yeah.
Now, from that fight, what'd you learn about yourself, and what'd you learn about what you need to apply in this next fight with Josh Koscheck in November?
I think I was just I made him miss everything. I didn't make him pay for anything. I think it was my fight for the taking. It was my job to go out there and take the fight. I let him hang around too long. He landed no strikes. He landed hardly no damage or did anything the entire fight besides, press forward. So for me, it's using my tools, the tools that God's blessed me with in the toolbox. If I got them in the box and I don't use them, then, I kind of deserve to lose a fight. So for me, it's just, Koscheck is a guy that's going to force you to use those tools. And I think I show up on fights like that better than guys. Every fight that when guys aren't pushing the pace, sometimes I kind of go to that level. Even the fights, I fought Nate Marquardt and other wars, guys lifted up on me, I lifted back up on them, and I think Koscheck has never came out and not went hard. He's been rocked, been knocked down. He always come to fight. He's always in great shape, so that challenges me to make sure my condition is, top notch and ready to get after him.
What do you make of his last few fights that he's had, and do you feel that he might be not as sharp as he once was before?
I think Koscheck basically, he's a guy that's always in shape and always in the gym. And sometimes he really just doesn't put a lot of thought process in the fight he takes. I think he's in shape. He sees somebody's injured, and he called Joe Silva and said, hey, I want that fight. And, Robbie Lawler fight, it was an even fight, and it was a scramble. And he came out, in a bottom position. He got hit with some hard shots. So, that can happen to anybody. I thought Johnny Hendricks' fight was really close, man. I didn't know if Koscheck or Johnny won a fight. So if you look at his losses, he lost to freaking Lawler, who's on a tear right now. He lost to Johnny, who's fighting for the strap. So you can't look at his last couple fights and think this kid's out, down and out. This kid's still at the top of the, top of the food chain. So for me, it's a very significant victory for me. And I'm gonna go after it. I'm gonna get it, man. It's my time. He's had his opportunities at the strap. He's had his opportunity, to make his stamp. And I think he's done what he needed to do in the sport. Now it's my time to get in there and do it.
He certainly is a veteran, and he's been around a very long time, and I know MMA fans have seen him since the Ultimate Fighter show. You coming in more or less the new blood, and kind of being the old guard, do you take that significance and really look at it as it's my time, like you had your time, now it's my time?
I definitely look at it as my time, but also look at the fact that this young man's had 20 fights in the UFC. He's like 5th on the list for the most fights in the UFC. He's been against the top guys, more top opponents than I've been against. So he's going to have the edge on the experience level. So I can't go in there thinking that it's my time, and just because it's my time, I'm going to win. Good guys lose all the time. Guys that deserve it lose all the time. You got to go out there and take what's yours, and I think me doing that, going out there and taking this fight from this guy, this is a win-win for both. We got to win this fight. Nobody's going in there to, no, this is a must-win for both of us, and I think that kind of anxiety and that kind of pressure is why they got us opening up this pay-per-view card, because they know two wrestlers, we're going to neutralize each other, and we're going to be beating the hell out of each other in there.
Yeah, that was my question, was what's the bigger threat, I guess, in this fight? What you just stated, in which, you guys are in a position where you got to perform, but also, is this wrestling the bigger threat? Is this striking the bigger threat? Is this aggression the bigger threat? None
of that's a threat to me, man. I've been hit hard, man. I've been punched freaking hard by boxers. I've been punched hard in fights, and that don't scare me. Getting somebody shooting at me, and even if he took me down, that don't scare me. He's not going to not wrestle me. I'm not going to not wrestle him. We're going to be a complete mixed martial art fight. He's going to be trying to punch me and take me down. He's going to try to stop my takedown. He's going to try to pressure off the cage. It's going to be a very slight edge in this fight that's going to make the difference. Who's a little bit faster, who's a little bit stronger, who's a little bit, sooner to the punch or sooner to the takedown, or who gets off the ground, or who gets the razzle-dazzle at the end of the period, and I know that. And if I get a chance to knock his butt out, I'm going to knock him out. So I think winning those little small edges, being in great shape, pushing the pace, continually giving the judges a reason to think I'm winning, and if I get a chance to knock him out, take that opportunity and get all over him like a pit bull. And that's his experience is the only thing that, in my opinion, he has an edge on. The wrestling, I think we're equally as good a wrestler. I think we both got power. I think we both have shown that we down to bang. And I think that the edge for me is that, man, I really want this, man. I'm hungry. My mind's there. My heart's there. And I think that, nobody want to see him fight GSP for a third time. He's already fought Johnny Hendricks. If Johnny Hendricks win, it's my turn to get up in there and throw a kink in everybody's plan.
To you, what does it mean to be a part of this card in November? I believe it's the anniversary pay-per-view, and it's headlined by two guys in your division, the top guys, number 1 and number 2 as well.
It means a ton. It shows me what an organization views me in the future and views me right now. They wouldn't keep matching me up with guys that are currently just fought for the title. You know, Jake Shields fought for the title. Koscheck fought for the title. You know, Jay Heron fought Ellenberg and fought some of these other guys. They're not matching me. I didn't get no easy fights. You know, I got veterans. You know, Jay Heron was a veteran. You know, he had just came off a controversial loss in Bellator. I thought he lost, but he thought of some controversy. He's very hard to finish. I think GSP and maybe one other person is the only two that finished him. He had 12 first-round finishes himself. So, you know, I didn't get any easy fights. You know, and Jake Shields, you know, it's hard to have a good fight against him. But I managed to basically not let him do anything, you know. So for this time around, I think I'm going to seize the moment. I'm going to seize the moment against a top competitor, a veteran, and I'm going to put myself in the top 10, you know, in this fight.
You know, that's interesting that you noted that. You know, this guy hasn't had any easy fights since being in the UFC. It's kind of pressure under fire, sink or swim, and you've done a great job so far. You know, a lot of fans love seeing you because of your exciting style. November, this man right next to me taking on Josh Koscheck. Marcos Villegas here reporting in Lake Forest, California, taking you for watching.